Bonjour! Day 5 of the Emma Watson-a-thon, and today I will be watching Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I know this is looking a lot like a Harry Potter marathon instead of a Emma Watson marathon, but I promise that will change, maybe sooner than you expect. Right, Order of the Phoenix. This has never been my favorite Harry Potter film. I didn't really like it as a kid because it didn't have that much cool magic in it. But I've definitely grown to appreciate this film more over the years. Of course, the biggest thing about this film is Umbridge. I love her. I know everyone hates her, but that's kind of a love-hate relationship, right? I hate her too, but I love to hate her. I think everyone in this film is great, everything in this film is great, but it's not one that I choose to go back to that often. Like, even now, from the top of my head, I can't really think. There's a couple of scenes I remember vividly, but then everything in between is kind of vague. I remember the beginning at the Dursleys, and then the flight to Grimmauld Place, and then dreams about a snake attacking Mr. Weasley, and the fight scene at the end, and then a couple of montages with Umbridge, and that's really all I remember. But still, I think rewatching this film is going to be a lot of fun. I think every time I see this film, I appreciate it more, so I guess I'm going to really like it now. Maybe one thing worth saying is that I haven't read this book in a long time, so I probably won't be comparing it as much as I have been the other books. I know I said I wouldn't do that during Goblet of Fire, but I still did anyway. So yeah, I guess I'll have to judge this movie more as a movie instead of an adaptation, instead of choosing to do that for Goblet of Fire. So yeah, I'm going to watch the film, and I will let you know what I thought of it after I've seen it. I'm back! This movie is about Harry Potter's 5th year at Hogwarts, where after Lord Voldemort has returned in the last movie, the tensions are rising. The Ministry of Magic seems to not really want to believe that Voldemort is back, and it seems hell-bent on denying any sort of claims that he has in fact returned, and even if that makes Harry Potter or Dumbledore seem out to be a liar. This movie is definitely the most political of all the Harry Potters. It's very much about tensions between institutions like the Ministry of Magic and Hogwarts, and also organizations like the Order of the Phoenix, Dumbledore's army, and even Umbridge's little fan club. It's about the tensions between all of these. And if you know me, you might know that I'm not a big fan of politics, not even in movies, and this political aspect took some enjoyment out of the film for me. But from a technical standpoint, this film is pretty much flawless. I think I should say now that I watched this film on a DVD that I think I've had since 2007, and I've watched it many times, and it did crash a couple of times, so there's a couple of scenes that I did not see this time. I missed the first occlumency lesson, I missed the origin of the DA, I missed the dream about the snake attack, and I missed Dumbledore's very stylish exit. I think that's all I missed, but there might be more. As I said, it crashed like 4 or 5 times. But the parts I did see, I thought were very good. I especially liked all the little montages, like Fred and George's candy selling businesses, and Umbridge's rule making. That was great. These montages showed exactly what they were supposed to show in as little time as possible, and that's just great visual storytelling in my opinion. And the music accompanying them was just perfect. Speaking about the music, It was good. It's probably the fourth best music of any Harry Potter film after the 3 movies that John Williams scored, and maybe even better than Chamber of Secrets, because I think it's no secret that John Williams kind of phoned it in. I mean, they reused a lot of music from Philosopher's Stone. Anyway, other things I really liked were Luna Lovegood's entire character, personality, and the actress that played her. And of course, Fred and George's big exit, accompanied by just the perfect music for the two of them. That scene was marvelous. Possibly the best scene in the film. But now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Umbridge. I don't think I'm saying anything new when I say that Dolores Umbridge is the best part of this film. Like, without question. She's the worst. And that makes her the best. Imelda Staunton, I hope I pronounced that right, is just the perfect actress for Umbridge. She gets all those little things right that just make her despicable. And I think she returns for the 7th film? Or the 8th? I think it's the 7th. I'm not sure. So I'm really looking forward to that. And all the other actors were of course fine as usual. So that leaves us only to talk about Emma Watson. And remember when I said during Chamber of Secrets that I think that movie stars Hermione the least? Well, I kind of felt like Hermione and Ron were missing throughout this film. Like, they were a lot more in the background than in the previous 4 films. They almost seemed like side characters in the same sense that Ginny, Neville and Luna felt like in this film. Like, I get one of the big themes in this film is Harry feeling alone, and that he eventually learns that his friends and family is what differentiates him the most from Voldemort. But I did kind of miss them, and it's probably one of the reasons I enjoyed this film less than the others. But still, Hermione and Emma Watson had some great scenes. I especially liked when Hermione took Umbridge to see the centaurs. And by the way, Hermione is a great actor. Like, not Emma Watson, Hermione. In that scene, she managed to convey those emotions of despair when she said, "Harry, just tell her, if you won't, I will." That was some amazing acting. I think Hermione should be an actor. Anyway, that's about all I have to say about this film. I think it deserves an 8 out of 10. Yes, I did enjoy it less than Goblet of Fire, but I think from a technical standpoint, it's just a little bit better. And that's why it gets an 8. It plays more with themes that are present throughout the entire film. I think the story also flows more fluently, and it has better emotional punches, like that little montage at the end when Harry thinks about his friends and family. That's just beautiful. I am looking forward to seeing the final 3 Harry Potter films, but before we do that, in the next episode we're taking a break from Harry Potter. What? Yes, I know this seems like a Harry Potter-a-thon at this point, but keep in mind, it's still an Emma Watson-a-thon. And between Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix and Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, she starred in another movie called The Tale of Despero, which we are going to watch in the next episode. So do join me for that, and I will see you then. Goodbye.